What's up guys, welcome to episode 3 of the Pen Cave builds. Previous 2 episodes was on the balance bike board. Great little tool we've built up to keep our body mobilized during this lockdown period. But today we're going to feature on something unique. I've had numerous shots in the background on those previous 2 videos where my bikes were hanging on the wall. A simple yet effective cleat system where I used the bike's pedal as an anchor point, 2 pieces of timber where the front wheel rests on. Let's be honest, bikes standing on the floor, whether it's in your garage, pain cave, lounge, office, study, it's a nightmare. You walk past them, t-shirt hooks on the handlebar, pulls the bike over. If you're fortunate enough to have more than one bike, pulls 2 bikes over, bikes fall on top of each other, scuff marks, scratch marks, bent rear derailleurs, hangers, endless, it doesn't stop. Let's not even get to those half circle tire marks left on the wall every time you put the bike down and the missus wanting to cut you off. Hopefully this inspires you to do something similar, create some space, even create a feature wall where your bikes are displayed and you can be proud of what you've got. Cool, let's get into it. So what I do before every single build, I grab a piece of paper, grab a pen, just do a rough sketch together so that we've got an idea and that I can see what I'm working with on paper. That just makes it so much easier to do alterations, to change up a bit if need be. And you've got some sort of reference point to work towards. What we'll do today, we'll take the measurements of the existing brackets. They're working 100%. I wouldn't change anything on them. Use that as a reference. We'll just get it on paper so that you guys have got something to work with. And yeah, let's just get straight into the build. So I've measured out from the wall, it's 19 centimeters to the bottom bracket, and then to the top of the wall, it's another 12 centimeters. So basically from where the mitre starts, back to the wall, and then upwards is another 12. So I'll just draw a quick sketch here more or less to give you guys an idea of what we're working with. So we're basically going to run from the top of that mitre all the way down into that one over there, and it's basically going to look like this. So basically from this part being the wall, this part being the hanging side, your 2 screws are going to go in here. This is where the actual bike pedal goes around, so that's screw number 1. Your bike pedal will just fit in over there. We're going to drill 2 long screws from the back to support these 2 brackets. That's going to be another screw over there. This is being the wall, so we're going to mount straight through there into the wall. So this bracket will be supported on the back of the wall. We'll have this bracket sticking out where the actual bike goes into the cleat system over here. And yeah, so it's basically 12 centimeters from this mitre, the edge of this mitre, back to the top, and then 19 centimeters from the edge of the front here back to the top of this mitre. That mitre over here that we're going to cut, and that mitre there to keep this all straight and square, is 30 degrees on your mitre machine. So let's get out and cut. as far as the flat piece goes on the bottom where the front and rear wheel rests on, I've made mine 30 centimeters tall. That allows me some form of tolerance. If I change my bikes, I can hang my road bike, hang my mountain bike, my gravel bike, all on the same mount. So if I want to change up the bikes a bit, get some variation going, I'm free to do that. You can make it a bit shorter, but then it's going to be limited to that one specific bike. Just make sure when you align the bike, it is a bit tricky just to get it in the center of the wheel. That way you've got some tolerance forward and backwards as to where you fit the mount. Okay, so we've cut these two pieces, as you can see, 12 centimeters from the top here to the bottom of this mitre. From this mitre back 19 centimeters. And then basically it's going to sit like this. We're going to drop it in there. So those two come together like that. We're going to put a supporting screw from the bottom. And then, as pictured down here, we're going to grab those two screws, put them in here next to each other, and the cleat or the pedal will actually fit over those two screws and then hang on it as it will grab it. So the wood that we've used to cut this bracket, 28 millimeters. My screws that I'm using today, 50 millimeters wooden chipboard screws. We're going to drill it straight from the bottom here into that other one. So what we'll do, we'll just tap both of them in a little bit at an angle. Just watch that you don't catch your finger at the bottom. Okay, so it's just come through at the bottom there. Same angle with this one. Just get both screws just to come through the slightest little bit at the bottom there, just so that you've got something to grab onto that wood once you've aligned that. I'm gonna hold it in, push it in, so that little bit that you've pushed through actually grabs into that now, and if you drill it now, you shouldn't have any problems. In it goes. What I didn't mention when I was taking the measurements earlier, where your two screws are going to be attached, where your bike pedal is going to sit on here, those two are 3 centimeters apart from each other. So you want to get the width of your wood, mark the middle of that, and then 15 to both sides. You're going to screw in your upright screws. That's basically what we're going to have at the end of the day, the final product with our two screws. What you want to do, your bike is going to hang at an angle, so don't put the screws upright, put it at the same angle, at this 30-degree angle that the wood is hanging over here. Middle there, then we're going to go 15 to either side. I've got my mark there and I've got my mark there, and I reckon you can go about 10, say 15 in as well, which is going to be approximately there and approximately there. Just be careful your hand at the back, not to go all the way through and roll this into your hand. And that one we're going to put up there. And then you just want to check that you got them both more or less at the same height. And this is your end result. Drill a hole at the top here and drill 2 holes at the bottom here. My mistake that I did when I did the installation, I made my Hilti plugs go straight in, or my Fisher plugs, I did them straight at the 90-degree angle. What I would recommend is to switch that to, say, a 75% angle. So instead of going in straight with your Fisher plug, try and get it slightly like this. So basically you're going to create a counter pull when the weight of the bike is on here, that it doesn't pull it off the wall. If you want to, you can neaten it up a bit. Take a router, take a sander, just round these edges, round it up at the top here, just to clean this whole product up. But basically, like I told you, cheap, effective, fantastic way of keeping your bikes off the floor. So we've built up the bracket. I've showed you guys how to do it. Plain and simple, gets attached to the wall. There you can see our one that's already in. The other ones that I've got, I mentioned in the video, 20 to 30 centimeters. I think what you should do is go, mine that I've got on here is 50 centimeters. I didn't measure, I just thumb sucked it. So change this, minimum 30, maximum 50. 50 is a little bit long as what I've got on here, but still does the trick. So I'd say 35, 40, perfect, you're on the money. Then to mount them, what you do is you take your wooden piece, your cleat, mark the middle of your cleat. So if it's 40, mark it on 20, front and back. Then what you want to do is measure from the middle of your back wheel to the middle of your front wheel. Get that distance between the two middle points of your wheels. Make those middle points on the height that you want the bottom of the bike to be. So say for instance you want it here, you want to measure from the floor to the top of where this is. Make a middle point on the wall, align the middle point of your wooden bracket with the middle point on the wall. Get one Fisher plug or Hilti plug into the wall, take a spirit level, make sure you've got your level 100% secured, pop in the other one. Get your spirit level all the way across here, or use a longer piece of timber to bridge. Get the spirit level, make sure the rear one is in as well. So we've got our two brackets mounted on the wall. We're going to grab the bike, the crank closest to you, you want to drop it all the way down to the bottom. Take your bracket that we've built, you're going to push the pedal or the cleat through the two screws, the crank arm closest to the wall, you want to have as high as possible. Simply place the bike on here, lean it over until it's flush on the wall. When your bracket's sitting flush over there, ideally you want someone just to give you a hand so that you can place your marker and just hold the bike in place. Once you've marked that, pop the bike back down. Where you've marked, draw your Fisher plug. Remember to put it in at a 70-degree angle to create a counter pull off the wall. You're just going to grab your bike, spin that pedal all the way back. Make sure the bike's resting nicely. Easy, plain, simple, cheap, effective, and looks stunning. Thank you for watching this video. Please give a thumbs up, it helps me to grow my channel. Please let me know in the comments below what you thought of this build. Check out my other videos. Please tag your mates, share with them on Facebook. I'm also on Instagram @GeestRace. Please check me out there, help me grow this channel. And yes, please subscribe, hit the notification bell so that we can see when the next video comes out. And guys, please stay safe during these testing times globally, wherever you are. Cheers, thanks for watching.